Hello and welcome, or welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and today we are doing August readings. This time I've got the Runes for Modern Life rune deck. I've got the Good Karma Tarot, and we are using the, the Green Witch's Oracle deck for the Oracle. As always, these will be general intuitive readings, hitting the highlights and themes for the upcoming month. So please just take what resonates for you, and keep in mind you have free will. So you can use the energies that are coming your way for your best success, or you can opt to take whatever energies are coming your way or whatever messages come along as a heads up and make choices to find an alternative path towards your most preferred, inspired, empowered life. So I am breaking all of the signs out into chapters that you can find in the description box below. And I invite you to check out the reading for your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, your stellium, if you happen to know that you have one of those. And in any case, I will see you in your reading. Catch up with you there. Aries, let's grab your rune. Ooh, so Willow. And your Oracle? Potion. And your Tarot. Oh, wow. Well, Aries, you really hit the jackpot in August. And your rune, your oracle, and your tarot are all very much in alignment with that story. So Willow is the sun rune. It is a rune of success, a rune of advancement, progress if you want it, or rest and realignment if you want that. You can see in the artwork of this particular version that the sort of central figures here have taken a little rest from their journey to enjoy the view. And that can certainly be the message here with this rune if you want it. It's an easy journey and allows you time for rest, recuperation, time to take a breath. It can indicate a vacation, especially to a sunny climate if you should want it. But it can also indicate pathways open up for you, clarity to see the path ahead of you, a clear direction. So if you want to make progress, if you want to continue forward, that is an option for you as well. So either way, if you want to stop and take a rest, catch your breath, recalibrate, that is an option. Or if you want to sally forth, the path is clear, and you know you can see the way ahead of you. The idea with the sun being overhead, and all of the everything ahead of you is the path is lit, right? Okay, I think you get the idea on that one. Potion is the idea of giving yourself a little bit of a sort of a kickstart, or a little bit of empowerment to get yourself back on track. The idea, it's kind of like a little bit of concentrated magic. Potion is like the concentrate of the magic, or it's like the serum in like skincare. It's got the little extra that gets everything going. So it's progress, but with intent. It's giving yourself that little boost, a little, maybe a shot of caffeine, or that little shot of extra something in your skincare that boosts everything else. It's an intentional step that gets you back on track, or gets you going, or helps you get started, or it gets the engine revving, if you will. And now when we look at our tarot, we have your central theme being the Wheel of Fortune. That's a card of a change in fortunes. It's generally a positive change when, if things have been stagnant or stuck, or you've been feeling that doors are closed or nothing is really moving, this is when things get moving again for you. And especially as we're coming out of Mercury retrograde, right, when things have probably been delayed, or people haven't really been making hiring decisions, or maybe there have been travel delays, or whatever area of life you've been wanting to see movement or progress in, this is when things get moving again. And we see really great supporting cards for whatever area of life you want this progress in. The star echoes this very much. This is kind of like, again, like a direction card, suggesting that whatever area of life you need sort of a blessing in, or kind of clarity, or a decision, or healing in, this comes through. The star card, it's kind of like the wish comes true card, right? But there's this sense of healing, of divine sort of support, guidance, direction. So go ahead and believe that the luck is changing, or that progress is going to be happening now. You're going to be feeling a sense of renewed hope, or optimism, or clarity. Just go for it, because the path is going to open up now. Again, echoing this Sewillow card, right? Now, with the Two of Cups, we have a great omen for anybody who's looking for more romance, or to take a relationship to the next level. If you're single and looking, it's a great time to get on those dating apps, or join a service, or a sort of dating agency or community, or go to those dating events, where you can actually meet somebody in person. The Two of Cups doesn't have to speak only to romantic endeavors. The Two of Cups can be about bonding or making connections in other areas of your life as well. So it can be about connecting with a friend, or with a business colleague, coworkers, even an artistic collaborator. So if there's an area of your life where you really can put effort or energy into bonding with someone in order to refresh, say, an artistic collaboration or a business connection, the Two of Wands is an excellent sign for that, leading to success, or positive resolutions. Like if you need to work out an agreement or a contract with a business negotiation, this can be a good sign for something like that. But the obvious interpretation for this card is in romantic situations, right? Now, finally, we have the High Priestess, which is a card of being able to sort of write your own destiny, or write sort of the next chapter of your life. It can specifically talk about, creating the next chapter, like on your own terms. This could be the sort of thing where you might move on to a more entrepreneurial endeavor or a more entrepreneurial phase of your life, or you might take something that had been a hobby or a special skill to the public, or teach a class in an area that's a special skill of yours, or write a book. There's very much with the High Priestess the sense of writing or teaching or having special knowledge that you share with a small group, or like an acolyte or something like that. The High Priestess can have a special wisdom or a special knowledge that they share with a small special group. There's also a sort of secret knowledge piece that comes with the High Priestess. So there can be a piece where you might start a book or start working on a syllabus or a class or something that you don't yet share with the world or don't yet share publicly. Or you could start like a manuscript or a screenplay or something like that, that you don't publish or share or bring to the stage until the fall or next spring or something like that. It could be a secret project for a while. So the High Priestess does sometimes have a secret element to it, but something starts now, something that you're passionate about, something that you have a special skill that only like you can do, that only you could sort of bring into this world, but you might not bring it out into the public yet. It might be kind of a just for a small audience, or something that you share later in the year, something like that. But this is a very positive reading, Aries. We see a pathway forward. Even if you don't go the whole way yet, there's healing and clarity, a change of luck, progress happens. You'll be making connections with others, whether it's romantic or business or artistic collaborations. You are feeling a sort of a jolt, or you're giving yourself a jolt of invigoration, empowerment, inspiration, and a new project that you start now might not be ready for public consumption just yet. But you might have, sort of a 3-month plan or a 6-month plan to be shared later down the road. So I hope that's helpful, Aries. I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take good care. Bye for now. Hello, Leo. Let's grab your rune for August. Ooh, nice. Vanaz. Okay, and your oracle from the Green Riches Oracle. Broom. Nice. Very witchy. And your tarot. Well. Okay. That's 4 out of 4 major arcana cards, and we are not going to worry about the devil showing up, because this looks like a hugely transformative month. And we've got progress. we've got evolution, and the devil can be a part of that. So let's start. First things first, Manaz. Obviously, I mean, this looks like a summer music festival, doesn't it? I'm obviously reading from the northern hemisphere where it's summer. And so this, this is very much a summer situation for me, but wherever you are in the world, this doesn't have to be a summer music festival situation. Manaz is actually a rune that is about identity. It speaks to the self, and so often we discover ourself, our identity, in contrast with community, right? So there's a piece here about exploring community and relationships in ways that help us understand and define ourselves. So there can be a piece about boundaries with Manaz. There can be a piece about, going to the edge, about altruism, about what do I owe to the group, what does the group owe me, that sort of thing. Modesty even, and sharing, those sorts of ideas, those sorts of themes, the self within the community, and identity within the pack sorts of themes. So giving yourself opportunities to be with others, to enjoy the company of others, but also being true to the truth of you and honoring what you find, what you discover as you, define your own boundaries. How about that? Okay, you get what I'm saying there. Let's go on to broom. This is all about energy clearing, freshening, cleaning up your space. Can sometimes give you that sense of newness or freshness, or can clear away outdated energy, bad energy. It's a witchy fundamental, right? Getting rid of the stale, stuck energy, get rid of outdated emotions, patterns, habits. I mean, just from crumbs and dirt and that kind of actual physical ickiness to the emotional, mental, spiritual, detritus that's around us, right? And now that leads us naturally to the devil. The devil is all about, in its essence, it's about allowing ourselves to be stuck, allowing ourselves to be small. And I can say this because I am a Leo sun, right? So the devil is about choosing habits, patterns, relationships, jobs, living situations where we are unhappy, unevolved, less than, treated unfairly, not living our best lives, not living our ideal lives, giving more than we should, getting less than we should. You'll know immediately in what area of your life you are, feeling less than, feeling bound to, feeling chained. This could be that job that you don't love that you're doing because you think, in this economy, I'll never find anything else. Or better the devil I know. Or, it could be a relationship, or it could be, what a relationship romantic to a mother, or to your a friend you don't know how to say no to or not make plans with because you feel sorry for them, or it could happen. This energy could show up in a number of different ways. So you know how it's showing up in your world. August is a time to say no to the temptation to stay small, to clear out the dead weight, the stuck energy, the stuck emotions, the bad patterns, the, you know, going to bed too late or scrolling too long, or, you know, the partners that don't treat you right, whatever it is, and create the life that you deserve, right? And here are all of the cards that say it is time to move on. The Magician is the manifester. You have the tools, you have the strength, you have the creativity to manifest the life that you want, and you have the confidence, which we have over here, and strength to go out in the real world and make it happen. You have the confidence to speak for yourself and show up for yourself and position yourself with bosses, managers, hiring agents, you know, rental agents, whatever it is, wherever you need to go, you know, or move the boxes, you know, lift the couch, whatever it is. You have the tools at your disposal, the strength in your voice and, you know, in your body, as the case may be, to make the movement happen. And the Death card says it's time for a change. It's time for a transformation. You are ready. You are ready to evolve. I always say when the Death card comes up, it's like when the caterpillar just knows, just has that thing within themselves that they have to crawl up on that leaf or up that twig and spin the cocoon. And within that cocoon, you know, the caterpillar becomes goo for a little while. They lose caterpillar shape and are kind of nothing for a little bit until that magic happens. And it's just biological. It's absolutely biological. The caterpillar has to become this other total, this whole other being. And when it's finally ripe and done, it is released from the cocoon. And now the caterpillar is no longer a caterpillar. It's a butterfly, a being of the air. So instead of crawling on the ground, now the butterfly is a creature of the air with wings. So by the end of the month, you are this whole new being with wings. No longer chained to this horrible thing. You are in flight. It's biological. It has to happen. So, Leo, this is a super powerful reading at a super powerful time in your like solar journey, right? Especially for Leo suns, but it, you know, works for everybody, because if you're here, this is speaking to you. Being true to your identity, clearing away what is not working, saying no to being bound to what does not work for you anymore, creating the life that you deserve, speaking with confidence, putting yourself in the path of the hiring agents or the rental agents or whoever needs to see you, and transforming your life. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Leo. Thank you so much for joining me. If this has been helpful, I hope you'll leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. It's free. In any case, take good care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now. Hey, Sagittarius, let's grab your rune. Ooh, cool, Rado. And your oracle. Okay. Pine tree. Let's get that in focus. Okay. And your tarot. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. So Rado is like a journey. It's the journey rune. The word Rado, I'm not pronouncing it anywhere near correctly, but it comes from a root word or a source word for cart. And so it is associated with journeys. So it's like the cart that will take you on a journey. And carts were also associated with bringing goods or wares to like marketplace for the Old Norse. And so it's also associated with commerce or being like a craftsperson or a business person bringing your goods or wares to market. And so there's an element here of also bringing commerce in or selling your wares, or, you know, there's this financial aspect to it as well. So you could be traveling for work. It could be a journey for work. There could be a journey to have a job interview, something along those lines. There could be a journey just for pleasure. But it's those are the two sort of themes associated with that particular rune, journeys and commerce. So take it as it makes sense in your world. Now, your other oracle card here is Pine Tree, which is all about vitality, longevity, perseverance, because of course, pine trees are about longevity. They're a symbol of life, of long life. They have established root systems. Obviously, in the US, we bring them inside at the winter time as a symbol of, you know, even when things seem dark in the wintertime, it's still a symbol of, you know, that life goes on. It's pine is also a popular building material. You know, we use it to build tables and chairs and the houses, I guess. So it's vitality and durability and longevity. So we also have themes here of longevity. So travel, journeys, commerce, longevity, building something. And then the sort of main theme in your tarot here is also sort of about longevity. It's sort of an inheritance or your connection to your roots. The 10 of coins or the 10 of pentacles is the legacy card. And usually when this card comes up, we're thinking about themes of our legacy, whether we're building it just for ourselves, like our name, our career, our financial situation, you know, how we're building our financial stability, or you know, how we're building it for our family, how we're taking care of our family, or how our family has taken care of us. It can come up in times when we may be taking care of a family member, or we may be inheriting something from a family member, like a family business or a family car or a piece of property, something like that. It can be coming up when we're thinking about what how we're going to take care of our kids or something like that. Take it as it applies in your situation. But how we are thinking about our legacy, what we need for our legacy, how to support ourselves and maybe our family or our extended family. So around those ideas, we have the Seven of Wands, which is often an interview card or an audition card. It often comes up when you get to show off your skills or show off your talent or your knowledge or show off something that you can do. In this card, it is a card of having the ability to show what you need to show in this moment. You may have some competition for a role or, a position or something like that. But you have the skill, you have the talent, you have whatever you need. You just need to show up and have the conversation or have take the test or whatever it is. This can show up in academic situations. It can show up in also romantic situations. This could be something like a first date or something like that. There's no need to hesitate or doubt yourself. Following this interview or test or audition or whatever this is, we have the Eight of Swords, which can be indicating a moment of maybe second guessing yourself following this audition, or maybe you have a moment where you wish you did something differently or said something differently. But this isn't an indication that you actually did something wrong. This is your mind replaying something and just torturing yourself. You very much have the skill set to do what you need to do. And the Nine of Coins following this indicates success, a win or a successful conclusion. The Eight of Swords is a liar. It is where you lie to yourself or where you let the high school bully, replay in your head. This is not the truth of what happened. You have the talent, you have the capacity to be successful and independent and own your talents and gifts and win the day, win the role, win the position. So please do not listen to these lies or these old tapes. You can, when they start replaying, just rip them out of your head, because we have everything else is very positive in your reading, Sagittarius. We have longevity here. We have you building for longevity, moving forward, presenting your skills, and planting seeds for the future. So please hang on to that as you move forward in August. I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been inspiring. If so, I invite you to like, share, subscribe. It's free. And in any case, please take good care of yourself and turn that off. Okay? Until next time, take good care. Bye for now.